I'm Christine Burdick. I'm the president of the Tampa Downtown Partnership, and we've had a wonderful relationship in downtown since 1987, a wonderful relationship with the police department, and I'm very happy that you all are here today to hear about the next step, about business and security watches in downtown. I think you'll all be a real valuable part of that program. I'm going to start because it's such a pleasure for me. I have the opportunity to introduce Mayor Bob Buckhorn, who was just re-elected for his second term. We're going to be very busy for the next 3.5 to 4 years. He's downtown's best friend. He's Tampa's best friend. And I enjoy a very good relationship with him, as I'm sure all of you do. Mayor Buckhorn.
First of all, thank you to everyone that has come today. I see a lot of our partners in the business community from both downtown and Ybor City and Channelside area. It's great to see Doran Jason here. Doran, it's nice to see you. And to our men and women in law enforcement, as always, thank you for what you do for us. This is an exciting day. As Tampa continues to grow, as our urban areas continue to prosper, as the demand for residential living, which far outstrips the supply currently, continues to morph into the city that we all hope it should be. There are particular challenges in the urban core. There are challenges that 10 years ago we didn't have. I mean, if you can imagine 10, 12 years ago, there were about 600 people that lived in downtown Tampa, and 300 of them lived in the Morgan Street jail. It is a very different dynamic now, and when you look at the amazing bookends in Ybor City, and downtown, if you look at what we're contemplating doing, expanding to the west bank of the Hillsborough River and creating an environment where the river is the center of everything that we do, anchored on one end by the amazing historic district, the authentic historic district of Ybor City, spreading all the way to Howard and Armenia with the water as the center of that universe. This is an exciting time, and it requires a different skill set and requires a different mentality. And so we are here to announce a partnership with the Tampa Downtown Partnership, as well as our business partners, to look at how we treat the urban core, how we treat policing, the presence of policing, that coordination between businesses and law enforcement and city government. And as you saw during the Republican National Convention, when we hosted the second most viewed television event in the entire world that year, and did it as well as anybody has ever done it before, one of the reasons was the amazing execution of the Tampa Police Department, but it was also partially the coordination between those that live, work, and play here and our law enforcement personnel. Understand this, the cops can't fix every problem. They can't catch every criminal. We are all in this together, and we need the eyes and the ears of the community helping us to make sure that this urban environment is a safe environment. We are not spending a lot of money to create a place that people want to be, one of the most exciting urban cores in America, to not make sure that it's safe, that the police presence is significant. And you're going to hear from some of the officers today, and certainly from Chief Castor, about the inaugural bike patrol in the urban core. We're going to make a difference, and we are willing to spend the money. We are willing to create that environment that will separate us from other American cities, but we are also going to make sure, in conjunction with all of you, that it is safe and that it is a place that people want to be. That's what this is all about, and we can't do it without you. So we appreciate your partnership. We appreciate the financial support. We appreciate the support that you give to our officers in helping them be successful. And at the end of this, when all of these things mesh together, this truly will be what I think it has become, which is the most exciting downtown in America. And you have only seen just the beginning of it. So you're going to hear from some experts, but thank you, first of all, for giving me another 4 years, but most importantly for believing in the capacity of this to be a great American city and a great American downtown. I will introduce the chief. I got a feeling I'm going to be doing a lot of that over the next couple months. This will be very simple. The best damn chief in America, Jane Castor.
always a drag to have to follow the mayor. All right, well, we are very, very excited about this. We have had such an outstanding working relationship with Christine Burdick and the entire downtown partnership throughout the years, certainly as my years as a chief, and then prior to that too. And we couldn't have done, as the mayor said, all of the large events without the cooperation of the downtown partnership. So it has really been a great relationship, and we just see this as the next step in it. Developing the Downtown Business Watch program. Now, Officer Sean Mahabir, who you're going to hear from in a little bit, developed a similar program in Ybor City in 2011, and it was an unbelievable success in not only reducing crime, but also creating those partnerships between the businesses and the residents in that area. And so what we have done, since we tried cloning him and that didn't quite work, we have actually put him in a position where he is going to oversee all of these Business Watch programs. This is the second one here with the Downtown Business Watch, and then he's also creating one in South Tampa as well. But the purpose of this Downtown Business Watch is to reduce and prevent crime in the downtown area. Now, this is one of the safest places in the entire city already. But as you guys all have realized, the mayor has not only set downtown on fire, but he set the entire city. So the growth in the downtown area in the coming years is just going to be phenomenal. I know something that I haven't seen in my entire 55 years here at the Tampa Police Department. But what this Downtown Business Watch will do is it creates those relationships between all of the businesses and the residents and the police officers, that direct connection. And we have seen the results of that, as I stated, in Ybor City, and we're already seeing the outstanding results of that in the downtown area. As the mayor also alluded to, he told me some time back that right after the RNC, that he wanted to see a permanent bike squad in the city of Tampa. And as a result, we have 17 officers assigned to what I see is the greatest job in the police department. And when I retire, I'm going to come back reincarnated as a bike officer to be able to do that all day long. And they will be in the downtown area. I know for everybody that lives and works in the downtown area, you've already seen them and hopefully already met them, but they're down here creating those relationships and looking out for the businesses and the residents. And they also have responsibilities citywide, and they go to all of the high foot traffic areas throughout the city, but mostly they're patrolling in the downtown area, building those relationships. Now, two groups that we couldn't have done this without clearly is the Downtown Partnership, as I said, with Christine Burdick. She has just been unbelievable partner, as the whole group has been, and they actually donated all of the money to make the little door stickers for everyone who registers to be a part of this group. And then also marketing in color with Cheryl Parrish. There she is over there. I told her that we love creative people because there's one thing police officers aren't, and that's creative. And she said, well, she loves police officers, so there you go. We have a great relationship. And they actually developed not only the door stickers, but also the website for this initiative. So we thank both of you, both groups, for that. And we are just so excited about this potential for not only, as I said, to make the downtown area one of the safest places in the city as it is right now, but as it continues to grow and we see more businesses and more residents coming into this area, it will continue to be one of the safest places, not only in Tampa, but in the entire United States. So we are very excited about it, and we thank everyone for their participation in coming here today. So with that, Christine Burdick is going to come back up.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Thanks. This whole morning could just be everybody patting each other on the back for the good relationships that we have, but it really, this is something that I know and was aware of. The Business Watch program kind of in its infancy form in Ybor, and I remember how successful it was as it took off. And I think during the convention, we all learned how to work together even better. We made relationships, building owners and the police department, and we learned a lot about carrying on the security network that we established in 1994. So, as Chief Castor said, downtown is a very safe place. It's relatively, minor crimes in downtown, but that doesn't mean that we can get complacent about it. And I think all of your presence here this morning, being willing to be a part of a bigger network and learn more about this is really going to make it the success that it needs to be for all of our futures. And the urban area is a larger area than downtown and Ybor. We're really experiencing, and Cheryl's business is one of the evidence of it, the start of development just north of the interstate in downtown, in the Tampa Heights area. And there are a number of great businesses there who really are depending upon an increased level of security. And I want to personally thank Cheryl for all of the things that she's done to be part of this program. It's great when the private sector plugs in and works with the public sector. So I spoke about the success in Ybor. I want to introduce the person who worked very closely with Officer Mahabir as they worked on this together in Ybor. Vince Pardo is the Development Director in Ybor City for the YCDC, and I'd like to invite you to come up.
Thank you very much. It's great to see this room filled. The mayor, the chief talked about partnerships, and that's exactly what we're talking about here. People have seen Community Watch, Business Watch around the country. We'll talk about a little different model for it as it kind of spawned in Ybor, and how it has to be a no-brainer for downtown, for Soho and other areas of the city. Nothing that we do is the end all. This is definitely another tool in our collective toolbox, how to fix or maintain control over areas that are moving as we're seeing the explosion happening in Tampa. Ybor City has changed. I came here 15 years ago under Mayor Greco from county government, actually. And at that time, 7th Avenue was closed. We had, because of public safety mainly, became kind of a genre was there. And that spun off, and I did a whole presentation at a national conference about the evolution of 7th Avenue and how it ties in. And it's kind of a life cycle to these districts. And you kind of find where you are in that whole thing. But what really became clear is how the partnership and working with police department, with government agencies such as mine. And I'm kind of a hybrid. In downtown, you have a CRA manager who is in the central office that I report to, and you also have a downtown partnership. And the Ybor Development Corporation is kind of a combination of both. We have the S team, the clean team. We have the ambassadors. We do a lot of social promotions, special events. But work very closely with both offices, including Christine. But a few years ago, I had, and I thought about 2011 when we really kicked this off. It was around 2010. There was a window that was broken on 7th Avenue after, I think a Saturday night after the clubs closed, unfortunately. And TPD could not leave that open window there. So they stationed an officer to sit in front of that retail shop until they could contact either the building owner or the business owner. Well, about 6 o'clock in the morning, I got a call from Sean saying, Vince, this is what happened last night. Do you know who owns the building? We can get in touch with him. And I kind of laughed and I said, yeah, actually, he's been sleeping upstairs. It's Jack Shiver. He lives upstairs in the apartment. So here's an officer for 3 hours wasting their time in front of a window when the property owner's right upstairs. That kind of was a spark for Sean and I to get back together and say, we need to give more tools and information to police, obviously, and vice versa back with us as we partner. And that kind of knowledge should not be what's either in my head or in my smartphone contact list. It needs to be spread more. So we had had several meetings with Sean over the time, and we had a meeting at the Ritz Theater, totally filled the west bay of that building, if you've ever been in that. Everything from attorneys that are on the second floor that you never see, to club owners that you see on the street and especially in the evening, Everyone was interested in getting it, and I was so glad to see that, much of this room today. And it has been an improvement, because we had a good partnership to begin with, but a great improvement on information sharing, not only with my office in TPD, but with every one of the merchants that are out there, regardless of whether they're a one-person attorney, an engineer, or have one of the largest clubs in Ybor. As I said, neighborhood watch programs around the country. This one's a little unique because we kind of started targeting using social media, using our smartphones and texting and email capabilities. So now, after the evolution of this, if there is a shoplifter, a graffitier, or something on one end of 7th Avenue, we have the capability, if people look, think, and report, we have the capability of letting everyone on 7th Avenue, including the far side of 7th Avenue and the side streets, know exactly what's happening, to look out for a description of person, and we even have the ability to send a photograph of that person. When a shop owner sees the problem, takes a photograph, sends it to our central number for TBD, and TBD has the ability to send it out to everyone who's registered for this program, that's empowerment. That is very strong empowerment of how you take responsibility to pass some information on, and everyone is a little safer because of that. And we've had that and enjoyed that relationship for about 4 years now. It's been tweaked some. It's improved immensely as we go along. My Yes team, as I'm sure with Christine's, my Clean team, which is 24/7 in Ybor. My ambassadors are the best eyes and ears I could have on the avenue. They're also now an extension of the eyes and ears for TPD, because when they see things, they don't need to call me at home directly. They know, call into this number, call Sean, call the evening people we have. And every one of our merchants in Ybor has a sheet as far as, these are your officers in the evening, these are your officers during the day. Here's a specialist for homeless, here's a specialist for this. So again, it's another form of empowerment to have the cell phone numbers for these individuals, rather than, I'm sure the chief would like everybody to call in the central number, but believe me, when you see something right then and you know someone's in the area, you want that person to be able to respond. And we have that capability, and it has been an immense improvement with Ybor City. Our crime is down. Last quote, we're over 70% over the last 5 years. It continues to improve. And again, this is one of those tools that has helped us get to that point, has been this empowerment. And seeing property owners, business owners that feel like they are part of the system now, rather than just making an extraneous call and nobody ever reported, not knowing. They get a report back as far as what happened. They get a thank you for sending us the text, sending us that photograph of that individual who was going to create some additional problems in the district. So I applaud you for kicking this off. My staff was real upset because we're losing Sean. I said, look, if I were the chief, I'd do the same thing. You know, when spread something good to that. But again, it's not, Sean has been kind of the point person on this, but there's a whole team that the chief has put together. That we see Sean, we know we have a whole team that's backing on there. So I don't want to give him too much glory, because thank you, Sean, for everything and partnering with us in Ybor City. Thank you.
Thank you, Vince. You started to describe and explain what IT is about. We've been talking about IT, the Business Watch program, and now we're going to, and it's my understanding that most of you are here just to see Officer Sean, so I want to not have it take any longer. And Sean Mahabier is the brains and actually the muscle behind this, and I want to introduce him and welcome him and thank him for all the help that he's putting into this. Tell us what it is.
Awesome. Hello, everybody. Vince, you left me with 8% left. Thank you. Appreciate that. Good morning, everyone. First, I want to thank the mayor and Chief Castro and Vince and Christine for speaking so highly of the program and speaking on behalf of the Business Watch. I appreciate that. It doesn't matter what kind of business you have, what organization you're part of, or whether you live in downtown or drive in from another part of the city or county. Based on what I've seen and what I've heard, it just seems like one topic is consistently one that unites the entire place and the entire community, and that's to feel safe and feeling safe where you work, live, and play. And I really think that the Downtown Business Watch is going to do exactly that. I've seen the success that it's had in Ybor City. Vince and I have worked very closely together, and just the camaraderie between businesses and the police officers, and just that partnership has created so many opportunities for reducing crime and preventing crime. Vince kind of gave you guys some of the stories that kind of sparked a lot of the Business Watch stuff, so I'm not going to go into all of that, but I will tell you that today, for those of you that are here, this is going to be the sticker, basically, that's going to be on your storefront window. You're going to fill out a form today, a registration form, fill that completely out, and hand it to Rachel and some other people there at the front, and they'll be able to hand you a sticker. But there are many other benefits. Now remember, this sticker has a serial number that's attached to it, and that correlates with the business owners and the property managers, and you're able to have vital emergency information that's transferred and held in TPD communications. And it's very, very beneficial and very efficient. So rather than an officer, like Vince said, standing by a window for 3 hours, they can be out fighting crime and preventing crime. So that's super important. This is actually something that you'll be getting as well. This, for one of the benefits of being a member of the Downtown Business Watch is the team of officers that are out there. And right now you see 9 of them on there. At one point, Ybor City, when we first started, had 2. But now it's grown. And these are the guys that really go out there and make a difference. You'll notice that our phone numbers are attached to this. We have city cell numbers that we were issued. These are the community police officers for downtown. And those red numbers there are cell phones. And we allow our business owners to call us. If there's someone that you see walking through the parking lot checking handles on car doors, and it just doesn't look right, then you can call us. You know, give me a call, and I'll get down there as fast as we can. And we've actually stopped, you know, crimes from occurring that way. So, and it's all about awareness, and that's what this program is about. You'll notice down at the bottom there's a text address, our email address. We've created a text number also, because it just seems like I'm out at lunchtime in downtown, and no one looks up anymore. They're just on their phones, just texting. So we've created that. So if you don't want to call us and you don't want to talk to me, then you can text me. And it actually goes to every single officer on that list. And there are some homeless liaisons there as well. Well, that brings me to something even bigger. And, you know, when we talk about Ybor City Business Watch and Downtown Business Watch, and I'm in the process of creating South Tampa's Business Watch, we kind of think about uniting everything. And I just want to, you know, thank a couple people, and in the process, kind of get into what you see here. The first person I'd like to thank is Linda. She's all the way in the back, Linda Raymond, from the Downtown Partnership. She has been absolutely amazing. She has invited me to all the meetings, all the merchant meetings, to meet so many people and networked. It's been awesome, and thank you so much, Linda. I really appreciate everything. The next person I want to thank is Cheryl Parrish, because she kind of, again, the creative force behind a lot of this. When I first met her, it was at a Downtown Partnership meeting. It was at a breakfast. I love those breakfasts. And she came up to me and she says, "I'd like to help." And I was kind of like, okay, yeah, okay, great. But man, she blew me away. And what she's done is that her team, and they're all dressed in the middle there with their all colors and everything. Their team, the creative team, has helped create a centralized hub for all the business watches. So this is exactly what I had in mind when I created the first business watch, was hoping that something like this would happen. So a website is being created right now. It's still in construction, but it's going to be called Business Watch Tampa, and it's going to contain the business watches from all over the city of Tampa. So now Ybor City's Business Watch and Downtown's Business Watch can share best practices amongst themselves. And so rather than have each business watch a separate entity, we're going to unify everyone. And again, that's what it's all about, is building community and building unity. And that's what this website is going to be. And like I said, if you go onto this website right now, It's www.tampabusinesswatch.com. It's on a construction page. You can put some information in there, and it'll tell you kind of when the site is going to go live. But at some point, people from South Tampa, West Shore, wherever it may be, whatever community decides that they want to have a business watch, they can go on this website and have all their social media information, all of their positive stories, everything will be right there for them to see. And it'll be a great opportunity for the city as well. So with that being said, I thank everyone for being here today. This is a great turnout. Please fill out your forms. Make sure you hand them in so that you can get a sticker. I want to meet every single one of you, and I will do that in time. We're going to have another registration meeting just like this, so tell your friends, because that's what it's about. If you stay in your little cubbyhole and you don't tell anybody, we can't have all the eyes and ears that we need. So the more people you tell, the more strength we have in more numbers. So please do so, and we'll all feel safe in downtown. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you all for coming and being here, and thank you to our speakers, Mayor, but for you and Chief Castor. We needed your cooperation to help guide smart people on your team in order to have this happen. And now we need all of you. You will be able to get a form, fill it out, get your sticker today. If you're not a business, there are other ways for you to be involved, and both the people who are helping with the sign-ups, and you're going to stay for questions, Sean. I think we have all our speakers are available. So this exciting thing starts today, and it is only going to make us stronger and better if that's possible. But we need you to be a part of it, and welcome to our team. Thank you for coming.